Climakers is the farmers-driven agenda on climate change. And it's a campaign that was born from sheer frustration of farmers in the context of the COP process, the Conference of Parties, where we found ever since 2011, since COP17 in Durban, that these politicians are talking about what farmers should be doing and what they can do without ever having been on a farm. It was as if they live on a different planet when it comes to the production of food and fiber. So we decided to come up with a farmers-driven approach to climate change. And to do that, we've partnered up with just about every farmers organization we could find in the world on a supranational level, all the regional, all the continental farmers organizations, but also with the industry bodies in the value chain, like the International Seed Federation, International Fertilizer Association, CropLife for agrochemicals, the international organizations organizing crop insurers and financiers. And we basically boiled it down to two questions, which we pose in workshops to farmers across the globe. First, what do you think you as a farmer can do on your farm to mitigate and adapt to climate change? And secondly, what would it take to do it? And we want to compile from that a kind of a climate smart agriculture handbook and table that at the UNFCCC and confront the politicians with that. This is what the world's farmers think they can do about climate change, because no one is as vulnerable to climate change as the world's farmers are. And we sincerely believe no one can do more about it in a shorter space of time and cheaper than the world's farmers can. And we hope to impact on the trend and the content of the negotiations in the United Nations environment. The context in which we need to organize farmers is trying to read the future, trying to manage the future. And although we don't know what the future will hold, already we know that we will probably have to feed 2 billion more mouths within our lifetime, within the next 30 years or so. Apart from that, the climate is changing and it impacts not only on how we farm, but on what we farm. And there's only one way to try to manage the future, and that is through technology. We need to be on the cutting edge of new technologies. And the seed sector, more than any other sector probably, is spending a lot in researching new technologies. We simply need to produce more on less and with less. So it means we need seeds that will produce higher yields in drier or wetter conditions in future on a smaller area of land. And there's nothing the farmers on their own can do about it. We need to do that in partnership with the seed sector. And I must say, like yesterday it was mentioned, very few other sectors do more to ensure that farmers are capacitated to produce more on less than the seed sector, and work closer to farmers than the sector.